Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Dolphins are going to take possession. Interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Here's Bridgewater.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. But Houston's offense taking over again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Mack to get it again on second down. And not much doing there. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. That's a 49-yard punt. 8, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But, Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Marlon Mack with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7. Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Bridgewater's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. From the 29, Mills. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll try and run for this with Mack. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Mills now looks to throw on first down. He's got Jordan complete right side. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On second down, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On second and 10, Bridgewater under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
12 more yards there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans back out there and ready to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Bridgewater's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again with Bridgewater. Touchdown, Dolphins! Blake Jarwin from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw is Mills. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning it past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth. Number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds to about the 40-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A handoff running left is Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Mack. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, you hear the remotes clicking off right now. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Sanders has it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. This to the outside for Mack. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on second down. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Mills. He gets
Sends it left side to Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Once again, it's Mostert. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Mills. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.